Are we live? We are
Okay,
live.
we live.
Hey everyone. Okay, now let me.
Episode 43.
Episode 43, right? So that's the guy who's doing the count again. So Manfred, Andrew, and I'm Jason. We have a very special guest today, Kim from the state. And you know, at the backstage just now, we were having crazy discussion about all these crazy ideas that was being shared, shared by Kim and all this. We were like, oh my God, why am I still doing what am I doing? What I'm doing right here? I'm supposed to do whatever that she's saying right now, right? So you guys are in for a treat, okay? Tonight we have a very interesting session where you probably will find something, some new career path or life path or whatnot that probably will just turn your business or turn your world around. So I want you to get ready to ask a lot of questions. But today we are basically talking about how did Kim build a 6-figure business with Facebook group and Chrome extension. So if you guys want to look into that, then basically look at that. That's our number one commentator over here. Then, Chiwa is always our first guy who commented and say what? Today is weird. I'm on the bottom right of the cube. Now, where I usually go, we have to put the guest at the top, right? And today we have, we have to put the guest at the top. And Andrew is the one who's going to ask a lot of questions today, because today, Andrew was the guy who actually invited Kim. Really have to thank Andrew for that. That's the reason why you want to put Andrew at the top. Is it left or right? Anyway, so guys, I'm going to pass the baton over back to Andrew, and Andrew is going to do a quick introduction on how he met Kim. And of course, we're going to roll into the questions. Andrew, yeah.
Okay, cool. So today, I was putting my email blast, and then I realized I was saying that we have our first international guest. I forgot that we also have guests from Singapore.
Oh yeah,
there you go. But the difference is this. This time we virtually traveled 13,862 kilometers away, all the way.
How do you know it's 862, not 63?
862 as Google. California, United States, our first ever United States guest. And she is a founder and CEO of Group Convert. And I'm one of the customers. It's basically an awesome Chrome extension. And, the beauty of digital world is I reach out to her through Messenger in the hope that, a big lady boss would basically respond. And true enough, she did. We had some true and full conversations over Messenger. And then I basically asked her, would you like to come to our show? And it's not a big show. So, and the good thing is that she said yes. And that's why tonight we have Miss Kim Dang from the Group Convert. And she's going to share with us some mind-blowing, like Jason has mentioned, we had a discussion behind the backstage. And the stuff that she shared is, it's going to make a lot of money for all of you. So Kim, welcome to the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Awesome. I'm going to queue up the first question because we really love to know you, especially Chiwai was already saying, you see, Chiwai, you never say this before, but what do you mean? Breath of fresh air. What? You don't like to see these three guys anymore? Is this what you mean? What? You got bored of us or what? And we have Arman here say that first time joining us. All right. So welcome, Arman.
Welcome, Arman.
Awesome. Okay, so I want to come back to the first question that we have over here. Kim, who are you and how did you got started?
Yeah, my name is Kim Dang. I'm the founder of and CEO of GroupConvert.com. It's a Chrome extension that lets you collect emails from Facebook groups on autopilot and also pushes it to a Google Sheet so that you can quickly communicate and talk to your tribe faster. And because of that, you nurture them better and you can monetize and really help your group at a higher level. So I actually started off I actually own an e-commerce company where it's like a pick-apart. I'm not a car girl, but I buy a lot of cars and I part them out and I sell them online. That's my roots. That's how I got started. Instead of going off to med school or graduate school or anything, a lot of my friends went off that route. I moved to the desert and I hired burly men with tattoos to part out cars and post the parts online. And that was 7 years ago now. So because of that experience, it led me into a world where I want to figure out how do you get out of high inventory costs. This is high overhead, warehouse workers, buying cars, high inventory, and I had to keep on doing it. And so I'm like, is there any other type of business that bypasses all of that? And that's when I looked into software. That's why software is so appealing to me. And I got into the software world by doing the wrong thing, which is creating this software and thinking people are going to come to me because I have this amazing idea and I spend this money on this. So I have created software before, Group Convert, that just utterly failed. No subscribers. I spent a lot of money. I did the wrong thing. And then when I actually got into looking at online communities, I'm like, okay, I want to start simple. I want to make sure that the solution is desirable, that people have a need for it. So when I got into Facebook groups, just because of the community feeling of it, I wanted to be part of something. And I created my own little Facebook group. It was 25. I had 25 emails at that time when I discovered, oh, wait, there's a gap here. I can have a simple software that collects emails from these 3 questions. So when I got into that and I launched it, I had 25 people on my email list. 2 people said yes to paying $7 a month. And that launched my journey into eventually what we're going to talk later, which is the 2 Comma Club Award. And just so you guys know, my company is a 7-figure. We do over $100,000 a month now. So it's 7-figure, not 6-figure.
7-figure, not 6-figure. You should have told me earlier.
But anyways, with that said,
okay.
2 people saying yes to paying $7 a month every single month. And in my head, I'm like, that's for the rest of their life. This is me being able to communicate and provide value and get this reoccurring income on nothing, on pixels, on screen name and passwords. It is not something that I'm storing really physically anywhere. And I don't have to keep on buying inventory over and over again. And most importantly, I don't have to keep on creating new content for it. People are happy. They're either yes or no. The easiest thing to sell is simple software because getting to the yes or no is right away. It's like, oh, they watch it. They see it as a little tiny clip. For me to sell it, I sent little teeny clips before I even had a landing page of just like the screen recording inside Messenger. And they're like, oh, that's neat. And they'll sign up. Or they're like, I don't need it right now. So I'm not a factor of it, as I'm not begging. I'm not going, please buy my food. And that changed the game for me because then I can show up more myself authentically. And I don't have to pretend to be someone that I'm not in order to sell, knowledge, information, and software online. So that was very powerful. And that transitioned me into helping people do this themselves. And we've had people have phenomenal success doing 15,000 when they come into my program. And the most successful is they do around $100,000 a month. Like Franco, he only has a few of more than 2,000 subscribers. That's it. But even at 1,000, he charges $97 a month for his software, his Chrome extension. So that's $97,000 a month, and going all the way to $200,000 a month, going all the way to, like, if you own a bundle of software, the sky's the limit. So that's where we are today. I can even lengthen that because I actually created a whole coaching program around the next level to Group Convert, which is, it's not only I'm getting emails from my Facebook group. It is, who do you get to become on this journey? What kind of leader do you step into? And because of that, we figured out how to have people monetize from their Facebook group on a smaller audience. So we have people coming in, audience member size 300 to 400, small, and then going from 2 to 10K months, small, to 66,000, 50,000 in the first 3 weeks that they're in our program, because of how we teach how do you talk to your audience and how do you pitch and how do you convert on a higher ticket offer. So a lot of coaches like that program and like that system. And I have 7 coaches who run that program with me. And so, yeah, so all of this wouldn't be
Amazing.
without building a team.
Amazing. That's
Who wants to
crazy
go to
journey.
med school after hearing what you have done?
I mean, what
Med
med
school is no
school
fun.
now? Med school now is hell, man. You gotta do all these swab tests
My
and all these crazy
my
things.
brother is a neurologist, so he actually
Right.
went
Oh,
through it.
okay. but just I think this probably will be some I mean will be a question coming from our guests. Probably I'll just have you guys ask it out first. Do I need to be a programmer to do this Chrome extension thing? Do you need to have crazy programming knowledge to do that? I mean, yeah.
No, you don't. You don't have to be technical. A lot of my clients are dentists and doctors, physical
Dentists?
therapists. Yeah, they come from this world where they have to show up all the time. They make good money, but they have to show up all the time, and they barely have time for a real vacation. So while my internet marketing friends and software friends are taking many trips throughout the year and enjoying life, I mean, even during the pandemic as well. My friends who are like professionals, or not friends, but people in the world who are medical professionals, they're still doing that grind, and they just want to figure out a way to escape it, because no one teaches you this. No one teaches you that. And this is a great analogy. When we graduate from high school, right, we're plunged into someone saying you're worth X dollars an hour, and you're going to start working here, and you're going to have one boss, right? And we're not taught that we can be the institution. We don't have to be the person under. We can be the institution. Just like we go and we subscribe to Netflix. We are consumer first. We don't even think to be the producer. And what if you could turn the table around? What if you can be a Netflix? That's what I'm teaching you to do. And the gap, the timeline between you, the individual, the consumer, the person scrolling on Instagram, subscribing to a million software, to the producer being the owner of the software and getting tons of subscriber, is as little as 1 month. So that's the gap.
Wow.
The gap for even my group converters, I call them, to go from making 2 to 10K months, which is what Tyler did. He sold SEO coaching program for $500. He got into our implementation program. Within 3 weeks, he makes $66,000 pitching a $5,000 program. That is me telling him to add an extra zero to his $500 program and teaching him how to talk the right way to his existing audience, which was like Facebook group of 380 members at that time. So the gap is 1 month is what I've seen. When you figure it out, it should not take more than 1 month for your people to hit the ground running. Now, they do have to be qualified, as in they do need to put in the work. There's not a show for the lazy man, but you don't need to have a big team. You don't need to spend a lot of money on overhead costs. You don't need to know how to code. That's very important. In 2008, I learned about this world. I learned about the world where you can hire someone across the world. For you guys, it would be, across the world, or the same area of the world, where the currency difference is high enough so that you can actually say, hey, like, can you make this software? And they will say yes. I was on actually a date when a guy told this to me. He's like, do you know that you can do this? You can go on Odesk and do it. But at that time, it was called Odesk. Now it's called Upwork.
Yep. And
I clearly remember thinking he was nuts, because I wasn't raised to think that I'm like Elon Musk or, like software owner, software founder, or anything like that. I was raised to go to school, be a good girl, and go to medical school. Like my parents wanted me to become a doctor. And so in my head, I'm like, no, I'm just going to school and working part-time. I'm not going to do this. This is weird. So the same guy in 2018, I remained his friend. I was scrolling on Facebook and I saw his company went public on NASDAQ. So it took me back all the way to that moment when he's like, did you know you can do that, Kim? And I said, no. He's like, do that today. It'll change your life. Go and hire your developer. I'm like, okay, but I didn't do it. It wasn't until over a decade later that I'm like, holy shoot, your company went public on NASDAQ? This is possible? And you told me about this back then. And that's what got me really just being really dedicated and serious to making it happen no matter what. Because when you think about it, the olden times, we live in tribes. We live in, communities where moms breastfeed other children. They feed each other and they help each other out. In the modern age, everyone's kind of like their own self with their own path and, their own way. But when something major happens, like a car accident, or they're no longer working because their legs give out or something like that, they go and they create like a GoFundMe account where it draws on the masses, little tiny amounts to support their emergency. But what if for the next decade, you live a life where you are getting thousands of subscribers paying you $10 a month, $97 a month. You are creating your own collective community where if you're going to bring your blood, sweat, and tears to try to make this online world work, I think that's the best path, because if anything happens to you, you don't have one boss, you have like thousands of bosses, right? So if one boss fires you, you're fine. You have that support. It's that communal support. Now, when I travel, I just say, hey, who's in this town? Because I know there's some subscribers over there. I went to Mexico like 2 months ago. I'm like, who's in Mexico, Tulum? And one of my subscribers actually live in Mexico, Tulum. He's like, come on in, I'll show you the way. And I went there and he like showed me around. He introduced me to other entrepreneurs. So we don't have to travel this road where it can be a very lonely journey, trying to go out on your own. You guys all have each other, so that's great. But that's the future that I see, and that's a reality that you can have. And the gap between that reality and where you're now is as little as a month. So that's the solution that I think everyone should learn about. When I'm at the gym and someone's complaining about their bills, in my head, I'm like, you should have a Chrome extension.
Now let's talk a bit about the logistics. Yeah. Let's talk a bit about the logistics. We totally agree about what you shared, just now. Amazing philosophy. I think a lot of people should start looking at your life in this way, because if you are actually like still grinding and struggling, you need to show up and constantly not able to make the kind of life that you desire. It's kind of like something that you should look into. But now we understand that we don't need to hire a developer. Now we understand that we don't need to be at Elon Musk to do all these crazy things. And no, we don't want to get NASDAQ. We just want to have thousands of bosses and all these can pay us $10 a month. That would be awesome, right? But how can we start? Can you give us a bit of some, maybe like some examples on, ideas and all this? How can this be done? How can we earn money, passive income with Chrome extension?
Yeah. So I'll answer that question by a real life example of one of my clients, one of my students, J.R. McKee. He has 4 kids, a wife, and a full-time job. He sells software, ironically, for his full-time job. He never sold anything of his own. So when he got into my program, now he's done over $48,000. The idea is simple. It is, how do you download Vimeo videos? Because number one, the idea is very easy when it's attached to solving your own problem. Because if you can save yourself time and you're doing it anyway, then the effort you're going to put into it is worth it. Because then at the end of the day, you have it and you use it yourself. So think of in terms of the idea. So my formula is the IDS formula, the idea, the developer, the software, scaling. So think about, okay, what is it that I'm doing anyways right now that I can save a few time? So he was downloading Vimeo videos because he subscribed to like 1 million courses. So he was doing that anyways. And because he sells software, his company took him on many flights. You know, he would fly to different cities to pitch the software. And because he's on airplane flights a lot, he's like, well, I want to still listen to my courses, but on the airplane flight, he doesn't have Wi-Fi. And he's like, oh, I don't want to pay for the extra Wi-Fi. I just want to download this. And to do that right now online, you have to Google a lot. You have to Google a bunch. You have to download someone else's software to download the videos, Vimeo videos, because Vimeo protects their videos, right? And he charges $27 a month for his simple software. And $27 a month is quite a bit for something that just does one thing. But he's like, that's what I charge. And so, So with that, his journey was he went into our pre-launch process, launched like a pro. He did that. He got his landing page up, and the landing page is ugly. I told him it's like so simple, and it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be pretty or nice. It just has to work. And he's a busy person. He has 4 daughters. So 4 children, I think 3 daughters, 1 son. But because of that, now he's making over $2,700 a month. It pays for his mortgage, and he's done over $48,000 on a Chrome extension idea that all it does is download Vimeo videos, and he expanded it to Wistia videos. It still does that to this day. Still does that to this day. So think about what you're already using, that if you were to create a solution for it, that you're going to be happy if you use it by yourself. Almost guarantee that if you have that problem, you're going to find at least a couple of thousand other people, if not, hundreds of thousands of other people with that problem. And online, on Facebook, on all these platforms, the great thing about Chrome extensions, and the reason why I emphasize Chrome extensions, you don't need to build a Facebook to have a Facebook Chrome extension. I have a Facebook group Chrome extension. I don't need to build Facebook. Facebook already has existing foot traffic and an audience, right? So that takes away the whole hard work of how do I get subscribers? They are already existing. There's Netflix Chrome extensions. There's Amazon. You guys probably heard of Amazon Chrome extensions, right? FBA stuff or calculators. So when you look at a simple software, you look at a Chrome extension, you think, oh my gosh, that takes a lot of effort to make that or build that. Most of the time, the answer is no. It's pretty simple. Chrome extensions are very simple code, very tiny and very small. So the actual coding part is not difficult. And here's the trick. A lot of times, that already has been coded. A lot of people already ask for that already. They just don't monetize it. So most people are not marketers. They don't even think to monetize. So there's all this free floating solutions that you can just grab up. Now, instead of starting from scratch, I acquire Chrome extension businesses. I buy it straight out when they already have subscribers. So I bypass even the work of coming
developing
up with the idea, having the developer, it's just everything. I just buy it as a package. So that's what I do. Acquisition.
So while other people buy real estates, Kim buys Chrome extensions. And
digital real estate.
More than that. Yeah.
Yeah, I say Chrome extensions are digital real estate where you have thousands of tenants and they don't mess up your property. So if they do, you just like.
I like the sound of it. I like the sound of it. Awesome.
Cool.
The future is here.
Right. I mean, I saw Manfred was like closing his eyes, thinking, what are the things that, Manfred has got a lot of ideas that you want to build a lot of Chrome extensions, because this guy literally lives online. He does so much research and all that. This is like a crazy researcher. So yeah, Manfred, come up with like 9 Chrome extensions, beat Kim to it, then you become like, all right, I mean, go for it.
The green screen is all weird. Okay.
Okay. Okay, you're back.
All right.
All right. So, guys, remember, if you guys have any questions, now you guys are in for a treat today, because Kim is sharing with us crazy experience that she had and all this knowledge, and she's so open to share all these crazy ideas so that we can actually do something differently in our life, right? So, I had a comment over here. So like Armand was saying, oh my God, how do I only meet you guys, not us? Right? We have been around for a while, but Kim is the gem. It's like the gem today. So
Yes.
yeah, so you're not crazy, don't worry. And you're supposed to start doing something crazy, right, Armand? Yeah, I mean, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to pop in the chat. I mean, pop in the comment section, and we're gonna bring them up. And if there's anything that Kim can address, yeah, go ahead, you, Manfred.
Yes. So can I summarize? We keep it simple. Is it that I spot a Chrome extension, say example, Vimeo download, then I took over the business, I monetize it through maybe Facebook ads, people come to the landing page, or even from Facebook group, so they buy the product on a monthly basis. That's where all the cash cow. And is that simple? Is there any things that I need to know? Any missing parts? Is it that so straightforward, so simple?
Yeah. Well, Group Convert, a lot of my extensions, the first version is the same version, but Group Convert, I actually update, but the updates aren't like 6 months would go by and I'll do one update. I would rather, here's my philosophy around simple software. I would rather have someone graduate out of my software and want something more complicated, but go to a different company. And I would serve the masses that really need me already, because most people are not even tech savvy at all. Yeah. So just knowing something automatically grabbing emails into an autoresponder, that's magic. That's online magic. And there are already millions to serve at that level. So that's why I don't even think to make things way complicated, because complicated things kind of break sometimes. So I don't want that scenario to happen. So yeah, keep it simple. It can be simple, and it is simple. And a lot of my extensions, there are multiple copies out there. There are even free versions, but people pay for, they want to feel premium, and also people pay for things that are packaged differently. People pay for information packaged differently. And really, when you come up with your own solution, there's going to be people who are like, I like you. I trust you. I'm going to go with you, and I'm not going to go with them. And that's all day, every day. So yeah.
Totally agree. Yeah. Totally agree. 100%. Now we have a question from Armand. Kim, I see whether you can actually help him a bit. So he says he's pretty new to Chrome extension, and he's in the business of online education, teaching English online. So is there any idea that he can take advantage of this Chrome extension?
Yeah, so a lot of times when you think about having a Chrome extension, it's really just simple piece of software where you can get traffic, where you can get people come in and they'll be exposed to everything else you have. The people who subscribe to one of my Chrome extension end up buying all the others. They become buyers because they enter your world as a buyer. So the biggest thing is, do you want to make money, or do you want to have impact and get more leads without making front end money, but you make back end money? So for me, when someone comes in and they have a profession, like they're online teacher, they teach English, or they are a dentist, I don't say, hey, go and make a dentist Chrome extension. Go and make an English teaching Chrome extension. I say no. Make an extension. Most of the time it's to free themselves. So make an extension that has demand right away, is very quick, and you don't have to convince anyone to sell it. So for you, Armand, I would actually divert you to my black box list of Chrome extension ideas where we've already done the research, and you would just pick an idea from it, and you don't have to choose an idea that is wrapped up closely with what you do as your profession. That's what I would say if your desire is making monthly recurring income. Now, if your desire is to make a bigger email list and you want to upsell them into your teaching English course, I think of it as this. If you are selling, let's say, a weather toolbar, a weather Chrome extension that tells the weather, where would you really advertise or put it on? You're not going to put it on a weather website because people will already get the information on the weather website. You're probably going to put it on a website with a blog that says top 10 hurricane names. something like that, where people are going in this direction and this Chrome extension is going to help them move forward in that direction. So if you're teaching English, what do a lot of people teaching or needing English want? They probably want their grammar, analyzed.
Dictionary,
They probably
thesaurus.
want to figure out, so your Chrome extension would be to help them with grammar or to help them already do what they are learning to do. That's why Grammarly is on over, I think they make over $250 million a year business. Grammarly, I forgot, but Grammarly is a Chrome extension software that solves that problem. And for you, you could have your own little tiny simple version, and then you could say, hey, you know what? Do you want to learn how to be good at English, not just try to like fix your grammar here and there when you're emailing? Well, here's my course. And you already have their email. It's the upsell. It could be the upsell to your funnel. So that way you have people that want to solve the problem and see you as the next level solution to the problem, to their problem. So yeah. That's my advice.
Because the trust factor has been cemented by the fact that they're using your Chrome extension, and it becomes a lot more easier to so-called cross-pollinate with other courses or other services as well. Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah, Manfred, you were saying.
On the English part, actually, you can think of ways like paraphrasing the paragraph, or maybe able to populate content if you give a few seed keywords itself. There's a lot of ways to do it.
Yeah.
So Grammarly is actually a Chrome extension. Okay.
It is. I have it.
They have also app also. The app.
Yeah.
Awesome. But by the way, Kim, you mentioned just now you have this like black box, back end kind of thing. How can we actually be part of your whatever program? Can I queue one of the program up, like maybe the 5-day secret challenge, or which one should I be queuing?
Yeah, so I have an actually free 5-day training coming up. So
okay,
to come into the free 5-day training where I break down the entire process. If you're too impatient to wait for the free 5-day training, you can schedule a call. With me and my team is just go.kimcdang.com/call.
okay.
So
Wait,
you can schedule go.kimcdang.com/call.
Thank you.
Yeah,
please help me. Please help me. I think this is very important. But nonetheless, right, this 5-day subscriber scaling challenge would definitely be something very useful. Why? Because, she was just sharing with us what she's going to teach in that thing. Oh my God, you got to go. I put the link here. And it's free, right? So why not? You get to learn from the lady herself. So I'm just going to put up this in case you guys want to schedule a call.
Just
with
give
Kim.
Jason a minute. He will put it in YouTube.
Yeah, I'm putting
Facebook.
it into the what do we call the
comment section.
I'm just schedule.
We're going live in Facebook and also YouTube, both on Jason's channel.
So I want to bring this up in over here as well, in case you guys are watching this. So it will be printed in this video in case you guys want to straight away find the link and call, schedule a call with Kim. And if you guys are actually listening to the podcast version of this, same thing. All these links I will try to put it in the description. But if you can't find it, nonetheless, come back to the YouTube channel and find that video itself. Right, everything's gonna be there. All right, and that's awesome, right? So basically, now we know that Chrome extension is so easy to get. Oh, sorry. I was not supposed to bring this up. Now I think because she covered that, this is really the power of storytelling. When you have a great storyteller, you don't need to cue question. She's just gonna flow, right? So it's already half an hour down, 35 minutes without realizing we are only at the third question. So I really want to jump right on this question because I think it's a very interesting one, because everybody kind of like knowing that, okay, Facebook group is the thing. And Kim kind of mentioned that, a lot of our students actually own a Facebook group and eventually using that as a, like a springboard to really launch themselves into something bigger and more profitable. I mean, just now you gave us some idea about how do we actually make some money, make not some money, a hell of a lot of money with Chrome extension. But what about Facebook group?
Yeah, Facebook groups is near and dear to my heart because my first Chrome extension is revolved around Facebook groups. And I see we have so many tech calls, Zoom calls, where I see people with 9,000 member Facebook groups and doing absolutely nothing with it. Like, they're like, oh my gosh, the engagement and the people coming in, man. And I'm like, are you monetizing it? No, I never thought about it. It's just not something that crosses their mind, but they're really leaving a lot on the table, not only income, but influence. So because owning the software and having so many thousands of subscribers using my software, I have the unfair advantage of knowing what's really going on with Facebook groups. And Mark Zuckerberg repeatedly has shifted focus to Facebook groups over the years. He even ran a $10 million Super Bowl ad for Facebook groups. And now if you listen to Alexa, you have Alexa in your house, there are ads for Facebook groups. And he even gives away scholarships for Facebook groups. So Facebook groups are a big thing. Like, It's huge. It's going to be even bigger in the future. Because of that reason, one of the things that I've discovered is people are coming into Facebook groups to solve a problem. They're seeing it as like a search bar, like how to monetize from Facebook groups is one of their searches. How do you sell stuff online, like just online communities they're entering. And the sooner that you give them a solution, you're like, hey, I have something, you can buy it and I can help you figure it out. The faster that you can monetize with them and form that relationship with them. So when you treat your audience so that they come into your group, they know exactly where to go, what to click, how to book a call with you, how to buy your stuff, and they come into your group that way. My Facebook group formula, the Group Convert Ignite formula I have is that it is one automated group, G, one high enrollment offer, O, and one launch engine, L, goal. It's my goal system. And if I can solve the problem of the automated group, whereas when people come in, they're not just like, where do I go? What is this? Like, how do I just hang out? But they are self-directed into everything that you have into your journey. And they're clicking on all your stuff because it says step 1, step 2, step 3, click here, go click here, go click here, watch this. People will come into a group and literally click and engage right away if you set it up correctly. So solving the problem of the automated group, then solving the problem of the high enrollment offer. Most people think that they need to sell $10,000, 10,000 units of a $10 course
program. Yep.
Or like a $97 course or something. And they're like, I'm going to go and increase it by $100 here. And so the journey is very slow, very slow. So off the bat, I say, no, you really can launch from scratch into a program that is higher ticket premium core offer, which is from 3,000 to 5,000. That's your high enrollment offer. But the trouble is they don't know how to convert. They don't know how to sell over the phone. They don't know how to sell in messages. And that's what my implementation program like helps them to do, the scripts, how to sell, how to close, everything like that. So I teach about the high enrollment offer, an offer where people are throwing their credit card at you because it's so good. And then if that's solved, then the next one is the launch engine. How to have most people when they go online and they have a Facebook group, they're like, okay, I'm going to do a webinar. All right, did a webinar. All right, doesn't convert. Okay, I'm going to do a summit. A lot of people like virtual summits. I'm going to try that. And they just throw things at a wall and see whatever sticks. For us, we teach you how to have a consistent launch engine so that you launch consistently every single month. So your income isn't like this. It's very steadily going forward, but at a higher amount. You can start here at like your $97 course or $1,000 course, or you can charge $5,000 or $3,000 and start much higher here. That's why, like Adam Gillard, one of my clients, he teaches men empowerment. He doesn't teach make money online, nothing like that. He teaches men how to be powerful, and his program is 4K. He got in within a month and a half of coming in. His Facebook group member is only 146, very small, and he did $46,000 on a 4K offer. So if I can solve the problem of you knowing how to launch into your audience and doing it in a way that's not burnout sustainable, then that formula itself will lead to a life where you can show up. All you need is the camera and yourself at your house. You can work anywhere in the world, and you go and you talk to your people. And again, it's a warm invitation into your program, your high ticket program, instead of like this hard pitch that's like, buy my stuff. So that's one of the reasons why it works. And yeah, so we've been helping a lot of entrepreneurs doing that for the past almost 2 years now. And we have had phenomenal success. And the secret sauce is, instead of you sitting there trying to figure out what you're going to say, how you're going to launch, what your Facebook group will be, everything like that, it's more a done with you system where we're like, this is exactly what you say. This is exactly what it looks like. And by the way, if you run fast, you can do this in 3 weeks to 4 weeks. You don't have to spend the next 10 years trying to figure this out, because I've met people who own their Facebook group for like 7 years and not earning anything from it and not knowing what to do with it. And they're earning money they're already making money, but then they switch to the Facebook group, they turn it on, and they're leaving an extra $100,000 plus, like just on the table, doing nothing with it, that they can now grab and extract from their group. So
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's
would you be covering this in your subscriber scaling secret?
That's under the group Ignite, isn't it?
That's the
That's
group
the
Ignite.
Ignite program.
Yeah, I have 2 programs. That's the Group Convert Ignite program. That one has 7 coaches in there to support, and my Chrome Boss one has 3 coaches to support. So different one. The very next 5-day training is the subscriber scaling one. If you're interested in becoming a coach, then and you want to launch into a Facebook group, then that requires a conversation. And my 5-day free training for that is going to come the month following. So not in the 2 weeks, but next month.
Right.
Don't worry, guys.
So they can join the Facebook group. Join Kim's Facebook group, and then
be part of
notified.
Mailing list, and you'll be notified. Awesome. That's the best thing, right? So wow. Really, I totally agree with Kim. I've seen so many people with huge group, but do not know how to monetize it. So
do you want to show the audience the Facebook group URL?
The Facebook
is it the group URL, or you're supposed to come to this one? I think it's the same. I think Andrew and I was just saying that we come into this one first.
Okay.
We join this 5-day subscriber scaling secret challenge first, and then probably, I believe, whatever that comes, it will
go into a Facebook group that's not open until a day before we start the 5-day training. And during the 5-day training, we actually accept one lucky winner to get a scholarship to work with us for the year. So you have the ability to win a chance to work with us on scholarship as well.
Wow, awesome.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. I actually just enroll into that, so this is, I'll see you inside, guys, please go in.
I'm going to go in. I joined the Ignite group. Yeah. So.
Okay. Awesome. Now, I think we want to come to a very, 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 the kind of like the peak of this thing, right? So yeah, the 2 Comma Club. All right. I think this is really something exciting. And can you tell us the story about your 2 Comma Club journey?
Yeah, so it did start off with the Chrome extension, selling that, and the next level, the upsells and the downsells and the upsells beyond that, is into our implementation program. So with any 2 Comma Club journey, it is software. If you're selling software, you add education to it. So it took me 2 years to get the 2 Comma Club award. It wasn't like super fast, super quick. It was like a slow buildup. If you look at my I shared with them my Stripe account and my PayPal. It's like it was like dead like this and then slowly like this. So the growth for us has been like this kind of growth, not like dead and then straight up, which some e-com people have as part of their 2 Comma Club winnings. And the thing with e-com is that it can be drop shipping or super high overhead, and their margins are really low. Our margins are 80% and above the amount. So we actually have super high margins since a lot of the sales are software, and then also the coaching package that comes with the software, similar to how Russell Brunson has his software ClickFunnels.
Yeah.
But he also has 2 Comma Club X, which is his, I think, $18,000 coaching program.
Yes.
Yeah.
The last time I checked, 18.
Yeah. So the road to 2 Comma Club was launching the extension that literally started that road. So that's why it's so important to have your own simple software. And then from there, it is building a team. Actually having a team to serve my people, because why would they come to me versus someone else that's random? It's because I will stick around. I will make sure that if it's broken, it's fixed. I will build out the infrastructure. I will put in the hard work to build out the team so the team can serve my people. So, and along the way, the reason why I connected with influencers that spread my message and spread my name so easily is because I went to a lot of live events. So live events really facilitated me connecting with other marketers who are very, very smart, who are way above me, far above where I'm at. And they give me advice and they connect with me and they connect me with other people. So I went to Funnel Hacking Live. I went to Conversations, ManyChat Live Conference. I went to Kajabi Live Conference. I went to a lot of live conferences throughout the year. I think that was the biggest, almost like the number 2 thing that I did that enabled me to have that growth versus just working in my room by myself.
But you have now transitioned also to, I've seen you having speaking engagements on events. You've been invited as a speaker as well. So that's cool.
Because of that Chrome extension journey, because I published a Chrome extension. Yeah. And then there's so many people who have Chrome extensions out there, but they don't go on to go speaking about it or teaching about it. But it's such an important message for me because everyone is searching. At the end of the day, they just want to spend more time with their family and they just want to have their bills paid. And I made $1,500 monthly recurring income a week after I launched my Chrome extension. So I'm saying, whoa, like most people would work so hard to make a couple $1,000s a month, like 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, so hard. And this is something that not a lot of overhead costs. I could get it very quickly. It doesn't take rocket science information to figure this out. I need to teach this. So that's why I not only have it, but I teach it. It's a solution that needs to be spread like everywhere. If I can shout it from the rooftops and everyone could hear it, that would be great. But that's why I'm also doing interviews at like 6:30 a.m. in my
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you so much for accommodating that. That's crazy, right? 6:30 a.m. in the morning. Now, wow, amazing journey you had, seriously. And the way you put it, you want this to be you want everybody to know this. You want more people to be able to free themselves to live the kind of life that they want. That's noble.
And I think the paradigm shift is a lot of people say when they do software, they'll think about, I've got to hire 1,000 of people, I've got to have officers, I've got to have like massive AWS infrastructures and all those stuff. And And when you come in and say, it's okay, well, you can start with a Chrome extension and you should still make that kind of money without the downside of the risk. That's where, I think that's what my friend was saying is it as simple, that straightforward, simple? And sometimes life is simple as it is without overcomplicating it. You know, Jason likes simple. I like simple.
There are pitfalls. There's a lot of pitfalls. I spoke to people who enter my 5-day training, but they don't go into the implementation program. A year later, like I've been doing these 5-day trainings for over a year. A year later, I'm like, okay, where are you at now? Because they book a call with me after a year, and they're like, nowhere. You know, I'm still at the very beginning. So information is everywhere. You could do whatever you want to do because of the internet, Google, YouTube, information everywhere. The reason why people are still stuck and they come back to me after a year or 6 months of no progress on their own or very little and discouraged progress is because it does take accountability from a tribe, from a community, keeping you accountable for your actions. But not only that, my program also includes a hyper chat support. Day or night, whatever time zone you're in, there's already existing other students in there that can answer your question, and they're very hyper. They'll like answer back. So your questions always get answered whenever you have them. That way, speed is your friend in this journey. Speed is your friend. The
Absolutely.
faster you hire, the faster you get out of your own way, you know, thinking, oh my gosh, it has to be perfect. You bypass that. The faster you publish, the faster you get it out there onto the marketplace, and sell it and have subscribers for it. I have a module called Fastest Path to Cash where I showed everyone, like, look, you don't need a landing page or anything. I'm just going to go live. And I went live for 13 minutes. I demoed the software when I went live, and we had almost 2,000 purchases of a lifetime license of one of the software I launched. And I repeatedly do that. I'm like, this is the fastest path to cash. It's just an invoice link. It's literally an invoice link. I'm going live. There's no landing page, you guys. There's nothing. You either buy it now or it expires within 1 day after this live. Done. It's like, okay, they either get it or they don't. And for you to deliver it, you're not going out there and like building this up. You're not going out there and doing a bunch of work. No, you're just adding their screen name and password, and then now they can log in. And so it sounds simple, and there are a lot of pitfalls and discouragements along the way, because most of the time it's the student going, I don't think I'm ready yet. I don't know how to launch. I don't even know what it looks like to launch. I don't know what the funnel. So what if I make it easy? I give you the converting funnel. I give you all the emails you can ever email. I give you all the scripts. I give you everything. You do it. And I show you how to do it the quick and dirty way. My clients call it like the dirty way, which is the fastest path to cash. Or you could do it in a very methodical way. If you're like a person that like crosses all the T's, dot all the I's type of person, you can do that too. It'll take you a little bit longer, but you'll have all the infrastructure, everything, and you're already pre-selling it. So I don't have you waiting around, spending a lot of time waiting on your software and not making money. But yeah, so
Fantastic.
just to clarify, it can be simple, but there are so many pitfalls, and that's why I have my program. Otherwise, everyone would have a Chrome extension by now, and they don't.
True, totally true. That's why I want to bring this
Okay.
up. You know, this is Arman's question again. You know, Arman is asking. Don't worry, Arman. You know, you're the only one asking question tonight. So I think everybody else is really like kind of like indulged in their kind of imagination about the Chrome extensions that they're gonna build. But Arman is asking this question that, you know, he has a group. You know, about 5,000 plus members. Is a base of MLM selling. How do I Chrome extension it? No, Arman, I think what you need to learn on the other hand is it's not about Chrome extension anymore. It's about how to really like, you know, what was that? Another program of Kim that talks about how do you really like convert orders. But nonetheless, Arman, I would say I would cue this link again. Please join the 5-day challenge of Kim's. so that
Yep.
you will be
Start
in
with
her
this.
community. Yeah, start with this. Let's not get too excited. You need to take one step at a time, my friend. So go into the group. Yeah, Manfred, you raise your
Can
hand.
you copy the link and put inside the comments? Easier for them to click.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah,
But
put it on
nonetheless,
Facebook.
okay. So let me
Just
bring it up.
give Jason a minute. He will copy the whole thing into your Facebook
Yep.
comment and YouTube comment. So you can easily click on the link, no brainer, and you can just sign
Right,
up.
no
for
brainer.
it.
Please click on this and start joining. And basically, or if you
The
need help,
challenge. Yep.
yeah, if you need help, then I talk about this, right? This is really like I actually put this link. If you need if you can't wait, Aman, can't wait, right? Okay, use this link and schedule a call with Kim's team so that you are here first immediately. What are the things that you can do right now in order to get started? Enroll into whatever program that she has, man. Seriously, start making money, right? Now, let's go to a very important question today. Now, we've been talking about how easy it is to build a Chrome extension. And you don't need to have a rocket science behind it. You just need to solve a bloody simple but crazy important problem. Now, can we see group convert, Kim, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I can share my
Yeah, you can share your screen. I'm just going to bring it up. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, cool. So I have two groups, and this is to answer Armin's question.
Just want to expand the screen, and then
okay. So expand the screen means we don't see ourselves. Okay, fine.
That's fine.
Anyway.
Okay, so what you can do to Chrome extension your group is to ask them if they want to have a Chrome extension. They want to, if they are currently a user or not. So when people come into my group, they let us know right away if they use it or not, and we get the answers from them saying that they do use it or they're not a user. So I'm gonna get you through a demo, but I want to show you something first, which is the Google Sheet where I grabbed the email addresses too, and a lot of them answer no, they don't have my Chrome extension, and some of them say yeah, or some of them say, oh, thank you for letting me know. I'm gonna go and check it out now. So one of the easiest ways to get you going on this Chrome extension journey is say, hey, do you currently have this or not? And if you don't have it, here you go to get it. So once you have your extension, I have people who are like, yes, they have Group Convert. See, do you currently have Group Convert? It lets you collect emails from your Facebook group on autopilot. I have yes, not yet, no, but I will give it a go, just because they get exposed to this. And Facebook groups are now very search engine centered. So that's why I have automate and monetize your Facebook group. So if someone types monetize their Facebook group, it will lead them to this Facebook group where I ask them if they have my Chrome extension or not. If their answer is no, I send them a series of emails, and also my team member reaches out to them directly and sell it to them right away. So we have people who come into our world, get exposed, and either sign up or not. And so this is a way for you to quickly, organically send people to your website without having to scream about it, because Facebook is working in your favor. So that's one thing. I'm going to go into one of my groups to demo Group Convert. The thing is, my team is accepting members all the time already. So I need to catch a group that has member requests. Okay, great. This one has. So this has 3,000 people in this group. I know I named it very similar because I want the same kind of traffic from it. But you can see Jomer, I have, hey, do you currently have Group Convert? We help coaches.
Oh, that's me.
As the
Hey,
okay, great.
Hi, that's me. I haven't answered the questions though.
Like Kate Sun gave us her email address. So the reason why we're doing this and reason why we have Group Convert is because people give their phone number and email address, and they honestly want us to reach out to them. This is a consultant, coach consultant, and she gave us her phone number. So I'm gonna go ahead. When you sign up for Group Convert, you'll have a Google Sheet that you paste in there. And I'm only going to accept the people who give me their information. So Brooke, I'm going to accept. And then also Nelson. So you can click approve all, but I don't approve everyone. I only accept people who give me their email address. That's it. So now, let's see. Even though the error pops up like that, it's just
It's okay.
It still goes. So so now in here, and this can be automated. It can push to the Google Sheet every 15 plus minutes. So you don't have to manually do this. I'm just showing you how to do the automatic way. You can even approve automatically people who answer all the questions. So you can automatically approve them from Facebook. So you don't have to do that manually.
I do that manually, yes.
Yeah. So now I have their emails, I have their phone numbers, I even have the link to their user right there, as well as their name. I'm going to push it to the Google Sheet. And so it's successful. Now I can go into the exact group. I'm like, okay, let me open the Google Sheet to the right one, because there are I have many groups and they all have different sheets.
Yeah.
So you can choose the correct sheet. And from there, the email is sent at the bottom here. Well, it's a lot of emails.
You have too many.
Just for you to see, my team member, they use this Excel sheet to do lead gen as well. That's why we have all these colors. But do you see Brooke came through, Nelson, Kate, Jomar. So we have all the information just coming in, and also the link to their user, as well as how many weeks did they join or years did they join Facebook. So it's a lot of great data, but you can also connect this. So you can use Zapier.com, and Zapier is a software that lets different software talk to each other. So just to give you an example of how do you use Zapier with GroupConvert? GroupConvert, we also have a special Zap plan for you. If you're doing around 200 to 300 tasks a month, we give actually Zapier account for you at half off, 50% off. And so just make sure that if you're interested in that, you do it. You go through and you just message me on Messenger, or you go and you schedule a call as well. But this is Google Sheet here. So, okay, let me connect the Google Sheet information, which is in there, and let's send an email. So you can actually connect it to MailChimp. If you use MailChimp as your email, if you use ActiveCampaign, what do you guys use for your email autoresponder?
We use MailerLite, most of us.
MailerLite.
And there's a converter to it as well.
Yeah, there's MailerLite here. Yep. So the Google Sheet, MailerLite, select the trigger, could be updated new spreadsheet role here, and then create or update subscribers, remove subscribers from a group, create spreadsheet in MailerLite. So find or create update spreadsheet role in MailerLite. Oh, interesting. So so Zapier can connect you to MailerLite. It also connects you. You can do Facebook custom audience, so you can run ads if you want, straight to Facebook custom audience. You can go and put into your CRM. You can put into Go High Level if you want. I think it's called High Level. Yeah, Go High Level. Whichever software that you have, ClickFunnels, this could enter ClickFunnels, anything like that. So that's the power behind GroupConvert. A feature that we've added about 6 months ago is the ability to send a message to your group members. So you could actually, when they come in, all of a sudden they get sent a message just like, hey, first name, thank you for requesting to join my group. I've just approved you and super excited to have you in. Feel free to make your first post, so that it's coming from your Messenger account to send it to them. And all of a sudden you connected with them on that level. You can even have the script be like, click here to grab the freebie that I send to every single person who come into my group, so that they are talking to you in Messenger and clicking into your freebie. and you could set different templates for all the different groups. You could change.
I use that also. Yes. Welcome to the
Fantastic.
group.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also we have a lot of things in terms of like upgrade or purchase installation. If you don't know how to install it, it's very quick to install. It takes like 2 to 3 minutes to install. But if you have no idea or you're just super busy, go and click on the links, click upgrade, and you can purchase installation and see all the other upgrades that we have available. And also if you need to update your card, you click here. We also have a membership portal. You can log in and you can always get support from us. We have amazing game-changing support on our team. So, and also one last thing, we have a live event coming up for subscribers. It's called Group Convert Live, and it's happening in August the 19th to the 22nd. Amazing speakers as well as my team. It's workshop style, and we're going to help you. It's information I reserve for my clients who pay me $12,000 to $25,000. But in the 3 days, if you do come live, you get to get that information that I usually reserve for my mastermind clients. You get that during the weekend. And then we have it happening in Vegas at this location. I just toured this location literally yesterday. I went to tour this location yesterday. So if you go on my Facebook, Kim at the Kim Possible Dang, you will see in my story me touring it. So that's me right there, and I'm like walking through the location itself just the other day. So it's real, it's happening.
So this is a physical live event, right?
It's a live event.
We have a physical live event. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Manfred can fly. We can't though. We're still locked.
We are still under lockdown.
We're still locked. So let's bring this back. Yeah, because wish to be there maybe one day. Definitely.
Yeah.
Put this in our wish list. Maybe one day where we can travel. Yeah, because of the pandemic kind of thing. But really awesome walkthrough. Guys, if you want to actually get this, I have prepared this thing for you. Now I'm actually going to pop this into the comment because this is our website of the week. This is our wow. Manfred get to take a break today. So
you guys should have an affiliate link for you.
No, it's okay.
For the affiliate, but no.
I think it's okay. I'm just gonna
the fact that you sacrifice your morning to join us is good enough for us.
All right.
That's the best thing ever. All right. I think that will bring us to the end of this show. We overrun it a little bit by 7 minutes, but I don't think you mind. But nonetheless, thank you so much, Kim, for a very information-packed sharing tonight. It's night here. It's morning oversight. I'm
definitely going to watch this again. I'm
definitely going to watch this. There's so much information over there. I'm just going to probably relook into the business model. But nonetheless, guys, remember to sign up for the 5-day challenge because that's where you can learn a lot more information from Kim. And that's pretty much that we have for you guys tonight. And remember, just share this to your friends and whoever that needs it. Right?
And if you have a Facebook group, by all means, I'm a user, you should get Group Convert, the extension, because it definitely helps you in terms of your emailing. It helps you in terms of growing your email list. The messenger is cool because you can then onboard them into your many chats and also by the fact that you have a conversation. And most of the time, whenever I send the automated messengers, somebody the other side will respond back. So that's cool. So you get to build immediate connections.
Get the ball rolling.
Fantastic. Awesome, right? I've already popped all the links in the comments. Just click on the link and start subscribing and all this kind of thing, right? And Chihuai is already excited. Chihuai stay until now, from the very beginning. So this is our number one. So he's excited because he's excited anyway. So, all right. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This is the 3 Marketeers Show. We do this every Wednesday.
Kim, you can join us in the backstage after this. So we're just
going to end the broadcast at the front end. So remember, every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. This is GMT +8 Malaysia time. So join us next week. We're gonna do this again, and thank you so much for joining us, Kim, once again. All right,
Kim,
thanks, guys.
So
see you next week. Good night. Bye.
Bye.